see you. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope a lot of you guys know that this is live because the one I did yesterday, it just looked like a normal recording. And I was sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, do they even know that it was live? Is there a way that you could tell? I don't know. But I know I said some things that they were probably wondering, what is she doing? What is she talking about? But yeah, this is live. And I want to try to start doing lives around noonish, let's just say. And I want to communicate with you guys while I'm live. Yesterday, I didn't have anybody. It was just me, and it was okay. I still did my live. I'm going to get a drink. It's my addiction. So, I might do another live later today, this evening, or whichever. I don't know. I hope you're doing things that are exciting today. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to think what to talk about. I just don't know. I did a video on TikTok and I talked about, what did I talk about? My stupid, I shouldn't say stupid, my beginning stages of dementia just plays difficult times on me. Oh, I talked about death. I talked about how, I'll share a little here, I'm not afraid. And I probably already talked about death is on the other side, what you make of it. If you think there's a hell, then there'll be a hell. If you think there's a heaven, well, then there will be a heaven. And if you think it's a specific and certain way, then it will be that way. Your mind is powerful. Here on earth, we don't know. I don't think that we know that we are so powerful, and the things that happen in our surroundings alters us also. So we're kind of like, we are actually born under the veil of forgetfulness, but the things that happen in our atmosphere and food and such makes things twice as bad because we're just like, who are we? Am I powerful? Am I positive? Am I healthy? I want to say that I wish there was a way that I can fix things all around the world, as in stop altering our food and stop polluting our air, because I truly believe that that is causing Alzheimer's and dementia, cancer. The list goes endlessly, and it's harming people. I wish I knew how to go about helping people. And I feel like I'm not going to be here much longer with this diagnosis. You usually only live 10 years after you're diagnosed. I'm young to have it and to have found it. I don't know what, I'm sorry, I just got an alert on my phone. I don't know what this person is doing. It's spam, but I keep blocking numbers and they keep messaging me with new numbers. I'm like, come on, stop. Just stop. Anyway, back on topic. I still think about Bali all the time. I am desperate to hurry up and get out and do my traveling as quick as possible, because I don't want to be out and about somewhere in a foreign country and then forgetting who I am, where I'm at, who do I call for help, because I'm here to tell you the things that you forget are things that you wouldn't think that you would forget. And it's not pleasant. I'm actually hearing things in the house again. It's so weird. I'm so happy to be a medium sometimes and that I could sense and hear and smell and see. This house is very para, paranormal, paranormal, paranormal. Oh my God. But anyway, there's many things going on in this house for many years, and now knowing who I am, and they just walked by the hall. Uh, Maybe they came in here. It feels like they came in here. It's a huge entity. Well, how do I know that? Well, I hear the frequency change, and this is probably going to sound a little odd, but the frequency usually announces how big or small the soul is. And this one is enormous, and you can hear it too. It's so hard to explain because as you're listening, you're feeling, and your intuition kicks in also. And it's like, I can't even tell you it was a man or male or however, I don't know. But, um, yeah, since I was 10-ish, yeah, I was about 10, I felt the very first frequency change. And at that time and that young, I didn't know how to determine who it was, because I thought it was one of my family members, but the apartment was empty. I thought they were trying to sneak in on me. I had no TV in my room, and I felt the frequency change behind me. And I'm like, I hear you. And I turned around and nobody was there. And then I walk around in the apartment and there was nobody there. And I scared myself because I was like, what was that? And I, without a doubt, knew that it was haunted. But being haunted, that to me, that's such a harsh word of saying it's haunted, because people refer that word to bad things. Now, that being said, there are people, souls, I should say, that are on a low vibration, that they kind of hang out around whatever building or place that you're at, and they will harbor around there. They will move things and break things. You'll see them, and a lot of them, they can't harm a person. And I want to say that that is a part of law, a galactic law, if you want to word it that way. It's just, for instance, souls cannot interfere because of a law that has been put out there. They cannot interfere until you ask them. But I will tell you, be careful how you word what you're asking for. Because, oh, and make that request to the highest vibrational being that is in God's light and love. Don't just ask any soul and leave it hanging of, well, it could be anybody. I'm asking anybody, because anybody will, they'll jump in and try to help in the worst way, I should say. You just have to be very, very careful of what you say, because you can invite bad people in. I know this too because I played with Ouija boards when I was a older child and adult, and all I got was negative energies that lied. But I strongly believe, because my mom was the one with her hand on the other side of the planchette, and all we got was negative energies, and I felt them, and that feeling is crazy. I'm here to say it's like a bunch of little kids jumping up and down all around you because they're excited that you're there and we're going to go play. That's exactly how it felt. But I didn't see them, I just felt them. And they were, I don't think they were kids. I mean, I didn't pay attention to the vibration. I just know that they hung around. Um, Yeah, I was fixing to talk about something else and I totally forgot. And I see that one person is in here and I'm going to say hi. Um, but yeah, I wonder if you said something, if I would see it. I don't know. But whoever you are, I hope you're doing well. I see that you liked my live too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I was going to sit here and say I have a TikTok too. I don't know if you know that, but for me to tell you what the handle is, I can't right now because I don't remember. But it should be on my main YouTube page, a little button that's for TikTok. I don't know if I know you and you're on there too. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. Um and see, I didn't even know what else to talk about. I don't know. I mean, I could talk about my beginning stages of dementia also. I did a live YouTube yesterday and I forgot that if you don't put a title there or if you don't put in a description, it puts in crazy stuff by itself. When I went back to it, I'm like, what? I did not add that title and I can't remember what it said, but it was crazy. So I had to fix it. And so when this one goes out, I have to make sure it doesn't do that again. Because I'm like, people are going to think I'm crazy. Why would, no, it's not right. Um, but about my dementia, I want to talk about that a little bit. And then I'll go. But the dementia I'm going through right now is mild. It's hard for me to form words and sentences and describing things and tasks. That's why if you're the one that's watching, or if you're new, or whoever's watching this, it's fairly new. It's been going on for a little bit over a year. And I do have a spot on my brain. My doctor put it off saying that's normal. It happens with older people. And in reality, that's not what was going on. That was one of the first signs of dementia that I had. So she let that one slip right out. Let me see. You've seen me stutter. You've seen me battle in my head with pronouncing specific words or describing things. I can be in the middle of sentences and it will shut down. And it's not like I got an interference, like one of my kids walked by or something, and then I forgot what I was talking about. That's not how mine is. Mine is like to say I'm just talking to you. Nobody else is here. The TV is muted and nothing else is going to get my attention. But then a wall will pop up in my head and things will stop and thoughts don't even go by. Thank you, Lizzie. I will consider that. I would look at that. And welcome to my channel. I hope you're a subscriber. I hope you like what I'm saying. I really do, because I want to educate people immensely. But back on my topic, it's like a wall that goes down over the sentence that I'm trying to form, and no thoughts, nothing. It's quiet. There's nothing there. And a part of me is like trying to fight through that wall, and I'm trying really hard and I can't think, nothing. And that's how my tests went when I was getting tested for dementia. It was like very difficult. And I remember she timed me and said, say the words that begin with the S with no names and no capitals. And I was sitting there just blank. And I was telling her, like, why is this so hard? Why am I shutting down? And she's like, what? That's the part of the lobe. I can't remember her wording about it, but that was that lobe that's being tested. Um, but yeah, that's how mine is at work. I would be sitting there doing work, and then the same thing will happen. And then I kind of go off in a daze, and then I come back and I'm like, what am I doing? What was I doing? What am I looking at? It was like that. And that is somewhat scary. Pretty scary, in my opinion, because it's new, and it's scary that it started like that. And it's not like I've done it since birth, and then it wouldn't have scared me at all. But I'm just here to say it's scary. I don't wish this on anybody. And I blame those big people. I'm trying to be careful with my words. With the big people that do bad things all around the world that do this, and outside the world that comes in and collaborates with them. I'm sorry, I have to be cryptic because I don't want to put myself in a position where I cannot get monetized again. But if you watch the news and you watch YouTube, you're bound to see what I'm talking about. Excuse me. And I would love to ask you what you think about Biden. I think that he's a puppet. I think that he's so old that maybe he's going through with what I'm going through mentally, but I think it's bad. It's really bad. There's a reason why Obama is with him. And I think there was somebody else. I can't remember. But anyway, that's how I think of that. And I'm not political. I'm totally not political at all, whatsoever. But if you know that something is wrong out there. All I want to do is eat clean food, drink clean water, and be happy. That's all I ask for. That. I remember, gosh, when I was a kid, you never heard of dementia. Around the time Ronald Reagan was president is when Alzheimer's first started coming out. And there were no fat people. If there was, I don't remember. I remember chicken. I remember being a kid, putting my fork in chicken breast and then peeling the meat off and would cut off in long strips. And now it comes off in big chunks. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. And it tastes different. I remember the chicken my mom would fry was so juicy and so good. And now it's bad. It's horrible. I don't know what brought that up. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and to the person that's watching by themselves, and Kay Leezy, thank you for your offer of information. Yes, I was just reading it. Reading your sentence. I will look for that book because I have become a really big book person, especially now that I'm not working. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to end this here, and if you see a weird title, ignore it because I did not do it. So, yeah. I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, peace. Bye.